You're on this network, and you can't stop it from being traded.
Right.
And so there's a derivative, and then if there's liquidity bonding the prices together, so if, let's say you have Chainlink on Ethereum, and then after launch, price bounces around a while, but I bet that over time that these prices will move similarly.
Right.
I think that the Link ticker on Pulsechain is likely to move similarly to the Link ticker on Ethereum.
Right. Just because of the bridge, right? And
well, because they're bonded by the liquidity.
Right.
And then it's the same code with the same ticker. Now, do you want to pay $100 or $300 to trade it on Ethereum, or do you want to pay a penny to trade it over here? And we already know this answer because they're doing it on other networks as well.
Yeah.
People do trading on alternate networks, and then we're the one that you don't like. Your coins are already here. You don't even have to bridge over.
Right.
You've already got your free coins here. You can already access them by changing one setting in your MetaMask. It's awesome.
Dude, it sounds
it
sounds pretty awesome.
Well, that's the trick. That's the magic. Is you launch this whole network with all these new coins. How do you get those new coins to be valuable?
Right.
But by not letting anyone ever stop the trading, by having the same tickers, and by giving people a reason to back the value of the things they got free.
Right.
By rewarding them with a yield farming token. It's like a giant vampire attack, basically. It's a giant vampire attack.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto and Pulsechain YouTube. Over 10,500 subscribers. A big thank you to all for your support. And of course, if you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for future videos. And if you haven't gone into our Discord, the link is in the video description. We got general membership of $5 a month, 16 cents a day. We've got all the alpha and all the information in there, and the big community. Get in there, folks. It is the best place to be on the journey as Pulsechain rolls out. And of course, we've been covering it virtually every day on this channel, sometimes twice a day. So definitely get into it. The other thing, of course, is we're going to be doing a bit more content on X platform directly. I did my test yesterday, and it went pretty nicely there. So yeah, we're going to start streaming on X. You never know when the stream's going to pop up there, and we're going to start building that up as well. So expanding the reach is where we're heading. And of course, X is a free speech platform relative to obviously all the other ones, which are pretty much rigged. Google's rigged, Wikipedia's rigged, YouTube's rigged, Facebook's rigged. They're pretty much all rigged. So really, these Rumble's a free speech platform. X is a free speech platform, and of course, we've got to we're having to fight for our freedom because of the elites wanting to take it away. More than ever as they seek permanent power. And of course, crypto is a place where we are decentralized. We love decentralized. We love freedom and of course, opportunity. So it's a place to spend a time and have a good time. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Let's get into it, folks. See who else has jumped in the chat here. We've got a few people here today. We've got Lives Beneath. How are you today? Very, very good. We got X, Hex, PLS, PLX, X, and Center for the win. 100% the gold standard there. Crypto from Richard Hart. Pretty amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed that video there at the beginning. Pretty amazing from Richard Hart there and Hexologist. One thing I was going to say is Pulsechain good times ahead. That's the title of the video. Let me know in the channel, in the chat there, if you know what show that was on the thumbnail. There's a show from the late 70s. Yeah, it was a great. We used to watch reruns. We because in New Zealand, I don't think we got stuff. I think it took like up to 2 years before we'd get shows here, if I remember rightly. Not like in now where you get it instantaneously through streaming and stuff. I think it was like maybe 18 months, 2 years or something. Anyway, I remember watching that back in the day. I won't say what day, but it wasn't the late 70s. We used to love that show. Very good family values, very funny. They would have intense drama and humor, and they had some famous people. I think Janet Jackson and people like that on there. It was pretty awesome show. So yeah, just hit up back up there if you know the name of the show. Hint. There's a hint in the title. All right, who else is in the house? We got Francis. Good to see you, Francis. Oh, I would say some of the characters in that show too were much loved. Like you really fell in love with a lot of the characters. It was one of those very well cast shows. Good chemistry and stuff like that. I remember that much. Francis in the house there. Hello. Good to see you, Francis. We got Sandy Beach here somewhere. I'm always trying to find Sandy's other hello there. But we've got Bloodfish in the house there. G'day, Lies. Good to see you. Let's go. We've got Sandy Beach in there as well. Hello, Hex Token and everybody. Good to see you, Sandy. Hunter 51, greetings, Superman. Good to see you, Hunter. And we've got property reviewers as well. Hey, great show. Hey, thanks. We just started, but we're having a good time. It is the weekend coming upon us. It's currently Saturday here in New Zealand, 12:35 p.m. And yeah, good times, good times. Magnus here. Hey, folks. Good to see you, Magnus. We got Joey Toys as well. Hi, all. Good to see you, Drix, as well with the Superman. How to win friends and influence people, Drix. Good to see Drix as always. Magnus says Superman. Yeah, I've got my Superman background on today. Do you like that? Do you like the Superman background? I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. And of course, woohoo! Morning, folks. Good to see you, Brennan. Francis says hello to everybody as well. We got Pumpkin Al. Happy weekend to everybody. Absolutely happy weekend. Get excited, man. We're on Pulsechain. Pulsechain is going to be awesome. Awesome. Pumpkin Al says fight. The klepto track cracks. Yeah, absolutely, Pumpkin Al. And Yoden says great thumbnail takes me back. Yeah, takes you back. Good times, says Sandy Beach is the name of the show. Yeah, that's correct. It is good. Good times. And of course, it was in the title there. What else there? Francis, hello. Who else there? Wookie's in the house there. Remember, it's a no drama or Star Trek channel, says Wookie. That's funny. We are a no drama channel. Yoden got that too. Good times. Absolutely right there, Yoden. Brendan says this is Jackson 5. No, I think it had, I'm pretty sure it had, what's the name? What did I say? Janet Jackson as a young girl was on the show. She was pretty funny on it. I think she may have just, I don't think she was a regular. I think she may have just done one of the episodes sort of thing. Robert online. Good to see you, Robert. Welcome as well. I wonder what the soundtrack was like, because there's always a soundtrack to a lot of those 70s, 80s, maybe even 90s shows. Yellowtail, hello, holla. Hey, good to see Yellowtail. Welcome to. What else there? Yeah. What are your other YouTube channels you do to cover different things? Yeah. So Hex Token covers Pulsechain and Hex, obviously. Superman Crypto covers Pulsechain Hex, but it also covers general crypto and DGM projects. So Superman Crypto is far more broad, which is a sort of fun channel where I get to talk about anything else. And then of course Pulsechain YouTube is really around Pulsechain as well. So Superman Crypto really is the one if you want to see other projects, other chains, stuff like that. Then I generally cover all that. Doesn't mean I won't cover stuff here on Hex Token, but generally as Pulsechain Hex. Hex and Choice in the house there. Hello. Good to see you. Creepy Coin as well. Hello. Welcome to the channel. And Hexcavator, of course, building out US infrastructure there. Hey, gang. Good to see Hexcavator. Welcome. Well, let's get into it, folks. We're going to speed through some of the markets and see how they're performing. Pulsechain is really starting to turn around there. We can see that. So let's get into it. All right. Let me find a good format here. Let's go. Bam. There we go. And, of course, let's share the screen. And we're going to start off with the stock market as usual. All right. So there we go. We got the S&P 500 snaps record run as Intel brings pain for tech. So obviously it's been a really good week for the stock market. Just pulled back a little bit today. The Dow Jones, however, is still up 0.16% at 60 points to 38,109. Remember, the Dow Jones got the 30 industrials, top industrials in it. S&P 500 is down slightly at 3 points to 4,890. Performing really well, isn't it, the S&P 500? The NASDAQ there is down 0.36%, 55 points to 15,455, and it's not far away from another double top. I think it was 15,600 something, 35 or something. So it's getting pretty close to a double top. The US dollar is at 103.26. So the US dollar is still stubbornly staying pretty strong, actually, versus the trading partners. We haven't seen a capitulation yet, but I suspect we're going to get one in the future. Commodities is there at the moment. West Texas is at $78. Brent oil is $83, and both of them up over 1%. So that's on the rise. Gold, just pretty much flat at $2,018, and silver at $22.90, just down slightly there as well. Now, we've got some positive news, folks, around the economics. Inflation cools ahead of the Fed decision next week. The core personal consumption expenditure price index, this is the key one that the Fed is looking at, which is the Fed's preferred inflation gauge compared to, the consumer price index, which is commonly quoted in economic and media commentaries. Preferred inflation gauge and excludes volatile items like food and fuel, slowed to a pace of 2.9% in December. So that's great news, folks. Obviously, the Fed is targeting that 2% number. And as I say, that 2% number historically came out of New Zealand's own, central bank. So that's where the history comes from, that 2% target, if you're wondering. From 3.2% a month earlier. So we've gone from 3.2 to 2.9% on an annualized consumption inflation there. So that's pretty good. Below economist estimates of 3%. So bet market expectations, that's also good. Pretty neat for that. Further signs of slowing in inflation will likely be welcome at the Fed. Obviously, that's their target as they prepare for the next policy meeting slated for January the 30th to 31. And of course, consumer spending, which makes up the bulk of the economy, surprised to the upside, rising 0.7%, well above estimates of 0.4% rise, underpinning ongoing optimism. The Fed's measures to cut inflation are unlikely to push the economy into severe recession. Now, that's yet to be seen. Still not sold on that at all at this stage. I'm still expecting a good chance of recession at the second half of the year, but we'll see how things go so far. And but on the inflation front, very, very good news there. And of course, as you say, it is coming pretty closely to the next meeting, which is only 4 days and 19 hours away. Can you believe it? 31st of January, the first Fed meeting for the year, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We're expecting a no change, of course, no change. So what would be interesting is see what forward-looking comments that they make moving forward. So we're expecting no change at 5.5%. Even March, over 0.5%, half of the market still expecting a no change as well. So it may not be till May or June that we actually get a pivot from the terminal rate, hopefully, which is 5.5%. That's kind of the play there. And that's good for, the markets generally. Obviously, in the short term, we often have a lag. Traditionally, we have a lag in the impacts of high interest rates on employment. And so we see a few cracks already, but we'll see how that goes during the year. And sometimes that has a delayed impact on the stock market as well. So often the stock market will dip after the interest rate pivot. So we'll see how we go there at this stage. All right, it brings us into crypto. And of course, actually, I forgot to bring up my normal screen for crypto. So let's bring that up. And bam, here we are on coin360.com. And we can see that Bitcoin's actually pushed a bit higher, even though it's down at the moment, 0.33%. It is actually up almost at 42,000, which is fantastic, right? So a really good sign here, folks, on Bitcoin, 41,942, looking good there. ETH there at $2,270, up 0.25%. So looks like the market for the time being has cooled off, and the Bitcoin dominance is at 50%. So you can see pretty much mixed numbers around here, plus or minus, just slightly above, slight increases here on all different chains. So nothing really standing out today on here. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Obviously a big power move up here. And as we say, we did have support. Support was down here at 38,000, right? So down this level, 38,000. And we've bounced off that. So bullish, and back up again. And we're almost back over the 50. Pretty much we are over the 50 moving average there. So that's really good, exciting stuff to see. So so far, so good, looking good on Bitcoin. And of course, we are running into, of course, the Bitcoin halving, right? Bitcoin halving coming up here on the 15th April here that I've got at the moment. Now, I need to double check because it has moved a couple of days. It used to be the 17th or 15th there. And so that's getting closer. Let's see how many days away that is. Pretty much around 80 days around the world for Bitcoin. So yeah, that's the next big bullish news. But before that, of course, we are probably going to have good news from Ethereum, right? So for Ethereum, we're likely to have proto-dank sharding going to mainnet, which is bullish for the second layers like Optimism and Arbitrum. And then of course we've got this in April. We've got the Bitcoin halving, super bullish, and then sometimes we may have a little dip after that, and then off to the races normally. And then of course Ethereum ETF window in May. So yeah, March, April, May looking bullish for crypto, folks. That's all I can say. And if we get a Fed pivot in there as well, it's got to be bullish as well. Obviously, we want the stock market to kind of hold up. That's kind of why we're following stock market. That is pretty much where we are at the moment on Bitcoin. Moving to Ethereum, you can see Ethereum bounce there as well. And of course, it's not quite as strong because obviously on the 50-day, we're below the 50-day. But we did pretty much bounce from this resistance as well. Sorry, the support at 2150 on here. So we're pretty much bounced off there. so far so good for Ethereum as well. And of course, we've got more upgrades on the testnets from Gurley to the 7th of February is the expectation at the moment on that. Now, I think I was supposed to cover that today, but I forgot to do it. So there we go. That leads us into Pulsechain. There's no real news around crypto today, but we're going to get into Pulsechain soon. So let's catch up on the chat, though, and see who else has jumped in here. Where did I get up to? I think we got up to, did I get up to Yellowtail? Holla, holla, holla. Good to see you, Yellowtail. I'm just trying to see who else has jumped in here. Hex and Choice in the house there. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Crippy Coin as well. Hello to you. Yeah, I think I might have got up to these comments already. Let's see here. We got J-Man in the house. Good to see J-Man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Suitman. Good to see you, J-Man. There's Sandy Beach's health and fitness update. If you want to go check that out and give Sandy a follow. Big shout out to Sandy. And workout tweet above. Thanks, guys. If you can like, repost, I'd appreciate it so much. Absolutely. Yeah, get out there and support. It's really, really, really important. So get out there and do that. And Matt and Barley in the house there as well. Morning, Superman and all. Good to see you, Matt. Welcome to the chat. Let's get into Pulsechain, shall we? Day 259. Should we talk about it? I think so. Let's see what's been happening in day 259 results. 000118 is the price of Pulsechain. Up 6.5%, and that is 18% above sacrifice price. So Pulse coin looking great. Pulse coin looking great. Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 0432, up 9.9%, and that is still well below the sacrifice price, the mean one. Not the mean one, but the mean sacrifice price. It's still only 0.43, 43% of sacrifice price. So still a long way to go to get up to there and then off to the races, right? But in any case, the buy and burn continues to impress. 680.5 billion Pulsex has been bought up and burned 3.32% of the public supply, which is awesome. Just keeps ticking away every day. I love it. And of course, the more volume, the more it ticks away pretty much. Incentive token there is up 6.3%. So Pulsex is really leading the way. $2.18 at the moment. The ratio is 18,500 Pulse. And we're heading towards, I guess, heading towards 23 million, I think, something like that. In terms of incentive supply. So it has got a nice scarcity play, and at the moment I've burned 118,000. Now, what I want to say about Pulsex too, we've got the Power City Earn protocol coming up, but we do know that it's being held back by the Fetch Oracle. So if you're wondering why the Power City Earn protocol hasn't launched yet, it's not due to market timing or anything. There was an update from Power City today saying that it is really due to the Fetch Oracle is still relatively closed, and they're ramping that up, right? So it's still a bit of time to go. So the Fetch Oracle will be has to progress for Power City Earn protocol to be able to launch. Now, remember, Power City Earn protocol was going to use their own centralized Oracle and, of course, a hybrid between the Fetch Oracle, which was supposed to end up being fully decentralized, and I'm sure it will in time. But they're still ramping up the ability to do price calls because eventually it's supposed to do non-price calls as well. So still ramping up there. That's the reason for the delay. But Pulsex will benefit massively from that, I'm sure, as it initiates our collateralization of Pulsex. In other words, a supply shock taking Pulsex off the market and issuing our third stablecoin PXDC. And of course, Liquid Lines has issued something like $29 million of stablecoins. What will Pulsex do? Another 10, 20, 30 million? It's going to be fun to see how much that will be. The incentive tokens there, $2.18, looking pretty good. But PHEX at the moment up 6.8%. Now PHEX was up the most earlier before. Obviously Pulsex has taken the lead at the moment, but PHEX is at 1.6 cents at the moment. EHEX is there at 87 hundredth of a penny. The buy price of 2.48%. So I'm really liking that because we're back up almost back to 2.5 cents. We were down like at 2.3 cents or so. Now we're almost back at 2.5 cents combined. And of course, we want to break over that 3 cents, right? That 3 cents has been our resistance. And of course, we've busted through 1 cent, 2 cents, and now 3 cents. We really want to get through that. So it's going to be really important. So 2.48 cents at the moment. Let's go. And of course, let's check out the charts. At the moment, we are still looking very bullish in this chart. This is looking really good, everybody. Honestly, really liking the look at this. I think we put that on the auto as well. But man, look at this. So we've managed to have a big rally and we've managed to consolidate so far. So far, so good. This is really bullish, guys. And of course, we're actually consolidated over the SEC price as well. So this bodes very well for Pulsechain. I would start to feel good times are ahead for Pulsechain as per the title of the video. So so far, so good. And we've got a bullish EMA cross there. Oh, sorry, bullish 50 versus the 200 moving average, looking really good for that golden cross. And the RSI is cooled off at 63, looking very nice here. And this is what we want looking at, this MACD. We're going to get a short MACD. In other words, a short little red cycle like this, and then back into green. Bring it on, because it does really look attractive at the moment on the old Pulsechain there. Getting very, very excited about that. And let's see how we go. So far, so good. PulseX, of course, looking pretty similar. And what we had a bullish EMA cross there. And then obviously we've managed to find support and move up as well. So looking really, really exciting here, and above the SEC price too. And how about that? Is that cool? So Pulse looking good. Pre-SEC price, it looks like our support line now, and onwards and upwards. I can only see greatness coming down the line. Many X returns. May you be blessed with many X returns. That's how we were looking rock and roll there. We got $2.18 on the incentive token, and of course this did very well in the last run, right? So very well, and some people were pricing this up pretty high. I saw Joe Perry do a video of his top 25 low caps, and he had low caps. I thought it was kind of funny, but low caps, and he had the incentive token, I think, at the top of his drawer there for quite a big X returns. I'm just trying to remember what they were at now. It was like 200X or so, something like that. But there we are at the moment. 18,510 is where we are at the moment on the ratio to Pulse. So looking very good at the 50 on the Fibonacci too. So looking strong there so far. All right, let's go to the Hex price there, PHEX. And of course, we want to get back over this 1.6, 1.7 cent mark just to give us that real super confidence. But so far, we're doing pretty well. I mean, we've got the support line. We're pretty much sitting in the mix there. And we've bounced off pretty much to 50 on the Fibonacci. And it looks like these may not actually cross on the EMA cross here. So that's looking kind of bullish. Another green day over this 1.6.7. Yeah, really looking really good. So we'll keep a lookout for that for tomorrow, tomorrow's results. So let's see how the RSI is. RSI is cool at 55. Lucky number 55. Looking pretty good there. And I think we might have a short phase out here on the MACD as well for PHEX. And let's see if that can cross back, and we can go for gold on that too. So looking pretty good on PX as well. And if we look at actually the chart, let's go full screen. And if we have a look at this, I'll just take over the off the overlays. We're looking pretty nice here at the moment. Remember last time we kind of pulled back here, and then we sort of faked out here and came back down. Well, this is looking a lot stronger, isn't it? Here we didn't have this just got just a slightly lower angle here, and yeah, looking much more positive. So let's see how we get on. That's PHEX. EHEX at the moment is also bounced up to 50. So they've all bounced up to 50 pretty strong, rather than the 61.8 on the Fibonacci. And yeah, looking really, really good here as well at what, 8,500th of a penny. And of course, we've still got the potentiality for that parity play. In other words, EHEX and PHEX sort of meeting at the same price. Looking not too bad there as well. RSI pretty cool as well on Hex. So Hex has got a much cooler RSI at the moment than Pulse and PulseX. I'm feeling good about Hex over the others. PulseX is the main call, but we've got delays from Power City Earn protocol, and so you know, that's just where we are at the moment. Maybe we'll get a bit of a bust out on Hex coming up, because the RSI is much cooler relative to the others, even though they're cooled off as well. That is kind of the play there on Hex. Let's jump over to the validators. Quickly have a look at that. 52,535 validators. Remember, you need 32 million Pulse to be a validator. And of course, at the moment, Dave Feder from validatorstore.com has dominated. 54% of validators have gone through his store. And now, of course, he offers NFTs where you can just have a fraction of a validator, and you can earn Pulse being a validator just by owning an NFT. So you got to check out Dave Feder on that. But I think it's something like 64. I think it was 64 validators. 64 NFTs equals one validator. So you really do get a fractionalized validator. Very, very clever solution as well. Since we don't have things like Rocket Pool and stuff like that, it's a good solution. So 1.68 trillion is off the market. It's about 10.5% of the Pulse supply. If we add in liquid loans, we're sitting at about 16.5, 17% of the public supply off the markets, which is going very nicely. That's not to include all the other Dexus and other single side staking and things like that, that take Pulse off the market also. Let's quickly go to the gas prices. Gas prices pretty cheap today, 150,000 beats, so that's pretty good. 6/10 of a penny for a Pulsex swap, 4/100 of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, and 1/10 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. Almost 1,400 times cheaper than Ethereum to do a swap. A swap on Ethereum is $8.90 at the moment, and 6,100 times cheaper than Bitcoin, $2.30 to transfer Bitcoin at the moment. How we're doing versus everybody else? Yeah, we're better than everybody else, at least on this list. So looking pretty good. And as we know, we're going to check out the bridge. The bridge at the moment, yeah, we're going up in the money. Yeah, boy. We're up in the money quite a bit there, 122.9 million, looking really, really good. And some of the cool news was apparently Coast has had its biggest fiat on-ramp today with Coast. I was going to bring it up. I didn't bring it up, but apparently they've had their biggest fiat onboarding to Coast today. I don't know what the amount was. Let me know in the chat there if you have seen it. But definitely that is very, very cool from the Coast. I should have bring up the Coast alerts, but it might take me too long to work out. I might bring it up later if I can. But 122.9 million, so that's up quite a bit from yesterday. Is that up 2 million or 3 million? It seems like that. At least 1.5 million from what I can tell. So looking good. All right, let's jump over to the, that's day, what's it, day 259? We're about to start day 260, can you believe it, on Pulsechain. That's some crazy stuff right there. Let's jump over to the rest of the markets, and let's get into that. So we've had some moves. Man, was it a good call on this channel, man? Call after call. And, of course, you guys have been watching every day. You know what I'm calling there. And so far, it has been pretty good. So here we are on the top PRC20s. This is our second category. We've got PDI at the moment, just rocking it. And you guys would have made mad gains because I've been commentating on that breaking out, and it did break out. And I've been covering it. And first of all, I've been covering it. And secondly, it broke out there. Look at that. We were covering it all the way up here. Every day we've been covering it, and up it's gone. PDI, look at that, 001647. So you would have made at least this if you'd gone in. Now, obviously, it's up to you what you do, but of course, I'm just covering these charts here and saying what potentially looks good based on probability. And you would have made a 75% gain in 3 days. So it's a pretty awesome gain there at the moment in PDI there. Now, these are all speculative, of course. Just take them into account. But man, the chart was looking very friendly, wasn't it? And man, is it going to try to go to the all-time high up at here at 2,700, 2,800? It's going to be interesting to see whether it's going to try and do that. Certainly got a nice strong uptrend, higher lows, higher highs, and broke out this key resistance area. Is now busted, and of course it's broken through this one as well. So it is looking very, very good now. Maybe 2,000 is the next one, folks, and then 2,500, and then the all-time high. So it's got 3 different sort of natural targets to go, and it's looking very strong indeed at the moment with volumes picking up a little bit there. So 20% today on PDI. Can't keep PDI down, right? What else? Wrap Bitcoin is going up to $70. You guys know I've been talking about that potential trend being probably a hyper move during a bull market in Bitcoin. That's up 15% as well, and that's because if Bitcoin does really well, we'll Wrap Bitcoin on Pulsechain do very well. Now, you saw Richard in that first video at the opening of the live stream say, you know, that he expects them to kind of move together. And what I'm suggesting here also, we could see that Wrap Bitcoin starts to really break out to the upside over time, over the bull market phase. Of course, it's you know, maybe 15 months or something like that. Really, really bullish there so far. And yeah, it's been a nice little uptrend the last couple of days, isn't it? Look at that, last 4 days there. So we're going to see how it goes. Still in the range, still not like breaking out territory. So definitely this key market here that I've got. Kind of, let me just, where's that sitting? Yeah, it's about right. So, you know, if we can get back over this $92, that's a very bullish line to the upside. So we'll see how we go. Obviously, then we've got some more resistance, $120. But yeah, definitely looking good so far on a Wrap Bitcoin and the narrative over a longer period of time. So, so far, so good. Treasury bill up 11%, Teddy Bear up 12%. These are both the new coins, of course, on Pulsechain. Troper as well, 21%. That's up as well. And of course, what else there in the main coins? SHIB is up 9%. Pepe is up 10% there. And we'll be keeping a watch out on those 2 big main brands. So far, so good. What else is looking pretty good there? Pulse Bitcoin is up 14%, making a bit of a comeback there. And 29% for Aave. Aave moving up pretty strong there. Only small liquidity, 12K, but a nice little move on Aave there. So yeah, so a lot of people, if you're not into these top PRC 20 brands, they can move without you even noticing, right? If you're not part of it, but definitely playing some awesome stuff happening there. Link token up 25% as well, 11K there as well. Plutus up 18%. So we've got some nice little stuff happening there. Uniswap up 14% there, and what else? Curve token up 20% there. Now they have much more liquidity pools down here, so just remember that. But we've definitely got some nice moves happening there. Let's jump to our third category, the meme coins. See what's performing very well here. Well, you've got Blast up 8.4. That's a new one. You got Axis up there at 5.6%. No token for Randy Alaski there, but 7% there. Mega up 7%. A Reflux up 7%. Paul Pleb from Hexy busted up 18%. That's a bit of a power move there at the moment, isn't it? Nice little move there on Paul Pleb. So there we are, trying to get some resistance here. Got higher lows. See where that can go. And what else? Hex Orange Address is up 16%. Some nice moves here on the meme coins, where the ETH go up 12% as well. Dogecoin from Jeff Dexus, they're up 10%. Ben from BitBoy up at 68% again. Now, you guys would have crushed on this too, man. I called this tonight as well. And of course, we are expecting some videos from Ben Armstrong. We didn't have any yesterday. I haven't checked today, but let me know if you've seen them at all. We're expecting a video on Pulsechain on Hex, but he's probably going to be late with those things. But anyway, we have had some nice little pumps here, and we did call this one. So nice one there on the old Ben token. Duck token up 55%, a new sort of meme coin. More token from Travon up 9%. Travon, the YouTuber. What else there? Trump token down 45. Pretty risky, some of these new memes, right? Anyway, Fluffy Slippers up 6% there. What else is looking interesting? Just looking there. Pepperlorian 4%. That's pretty much it on those. So that's the meme coins. Let's get to the main event. Pulsechain projects. And let's see what's performing well here. 9 inches up strong today, up 17% on the old versus Pulsex. Let's have a look at up 16% there. Yeah, so a bit of a move here for 9 inch today. So getting a bit more strength into the project, right? And nice to see a bit more communication and promotion. I think they can do a lot more. They should be doing a lot more. If I was leading that, I'd be doing a lot more with that every single day. I'd be hiring someone to do it. But they are starting to ramp up a bit more, which is nice to see. And they're starting to get a few other YouTubers covering it as well. So there we go. At the moment, up 17%. We'll see where this goes. At the moment, I believe it's still below the sacrifice price, which is around here, so the 1600, if I remember rightly. So still below that, but starting to move and get higher lows. And let's see where it can go from here. What else is big? The incentive token is up to 6.4 cents now. So that's really nice. If you're farming on 9 inch, then you'll be pretty happy about that because that's looking a lot better. Why is that not auto log properly? So there we are. I'm not sure. Let's auto log that. Bam. All right. So yeah, that's starting to rise too. I mean, it got down as low as 2.6 cents for the BBC token. So yeah, that means your yields were doing pretty low, relatively speaking, but back up to 6.4 cents on the BBC token there on the old Pulsechain side. So surely your farms should be looking a bit better now. In fact, let's pull up 9 inch. We haven't pulled it up for a while. Let's pull it up and see how that's performing. I was really looking forward to Randy Alaski's Nope token coming on onto 9 inch. I thought that might cause a bit of a fuss and a stir, but I don't believe that they've reached any agreement or anything last time I checked. Now it's indicating here that they've got TVL of 16 million, so presumably that's correct. And that means they're back up again. Farms, I remember their high was about 25 million that I remember. So 16, they got down under 10. I think they're at 8 or 9 million. So they're back up at 16 there. Here's some of the yields, looking at some of these. So we've got 9 inch USD Tether there at 157%. Let's see what else is looking interesting here. And that is it pretty much there. Oh, they have got no token in there, so it does look like they reached an agreement with no token. I must have missed that update, but they have got no token in there. I'm not sure how long that's been around. Maybe let me know in the chat if you've seen that when that was actually launched. 21%, 13% there for the note token. So well done to Randy there, getting that set up for his token. Looking at the pools, quick look at the pools there. Everything looks pretty normal here. No real changes to the pools. Single side staking pools, that is. But the farms there, a couple good yields on there at the moment, particularly versus stablecoins. Yeah, there we go. All right, Hex Orange Address, not too bad either, 62% on that yield too. All right, let's jump away from there and let's get into some of the other ones here. Tetra up 15%. Now, Tetra obviously called as a top blue chip that you should possibly consider. It is a high-tech one on Pulsechain, 15% today, so it's definitely one to consider there. So a quick look at that chart. Yeah, looking good. Look at Tetra, looking good, good, good. Looks like about to break out, pretty close to breaking out to another high zone, isn't it? So, yeah, looks like it's so up at the top of resistance. And it looks like it's wanting to break out. It's got so much more protocols to come. So it really has got a lot of news flow and a lot of good protocols. So we'll keep an eye out on Tetra. Proteus, of course, another one of the blue chips, 7.7%. And the chart's looking spectacular. I think the chart looks really, really good. And this is really rewarding. I like to see when markets reward good protocols, right? So Proteus is a DEX aggregator. It doesn't compete, with PulseX. It is taking all the different yields and finding the best rate for you. So it's kind of like that. It is doing very well, 11.6 cents. And Proteus, definitely one of the top ones to consider having in your blue chip portfolio on Pulsechain. And they've got more to come, right? More to come from the team. Very, very cool. And they've got big market share in terms of the volumes trading on the Pulsechain ecosystem or blockchain. So looking really good. There's Proteus there. I really do like it when the market correctly prices in projects. Not instead of pump and dumps. I like it when we see quality protocols getting priced correctly and the price staying up. That's very, very cool. All right, PulseBot there up 8% as well, looking pretty strong at $4.40. So this is the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino on Pulsechain, of course. $4.40 and looking really strong, and that is continuing to do well. Now, there's going to be new games coming out for this as well. One of the new games, let me check here. One of the new games that's coming out is going to be a new game. What was it going to be? Plinko. Plinko is coming. So let's quickly go to PulseBot because we might as well do it since we're covering the projects. Let's go. Look at this. Woohoo! Can you see it there? I don't know if that's big enough. Oh, that's too big. Can you see Plinko? Plinko's been added. So Plinko is coming to a PulseBot. So at the moment, the only live game is Jackpot. Now, some of these games will be launching when the Fetch Oracle launches. Some of them will be able to launch without the Fetch Oracle. When I say launch, catches up to all the price calls that it needs, for PulseBot to launch. And then, of course, some of these games will be able to launch without it. And then, of course, Plinko's just been added as well. So Plinko's going to be fun. Remember, it's sort of like a triangle game. It's got a lot of what do I call them? Stakes in the ground, and the ball runs through the different and bounces either one side of the triangle or the other side of the triangle. The ends of the triangle are like high rates of return, like you get like 10x or whatever. And then the middle is like only a 2x or a loss, something like that. So it's kind of the way it plays if you haven't seen Plinko. But so far so good on the protocol, and it looks like it's getting good amount of use as well. So really, really going very well on Pulsechain is is a Jackpot so far. It's the first game up, but they got Roulette coming, Fortune Wheel, Sports, Powerball, Price Calls, Video Slot, Coin Flip, and Plinko there. So looking pretty good, and the price is looking strong too. $4.40, looking really, really good. All right, actually, how much is the burn? Let's quickly check the burn on here. Just while we're at it, let's check the burn. The burn so far, 7,700 PLSP has been burned. Remember, there's only 1 million tokens in existence, so 0.77% of the total volume has been burned so far. It looks like there's 135 to burn at the moment. So very, very cool. $33,800 worth of burn value going pretty nicely there as well. The tokenomics has been improved massively since the BNB launch, and so good stuff there. All right, that is PulseBot. Let's move back out of there. And some of the other ones doing pretty well here. Let's have a look here. Time Token continuing to do well. And of course, the volumes really lifted. At least the last time I looked at it, the volumes had lifted a lot on here. Let's bring up Internet Money and let's have a look and to see whether we can find the results here. Kind of cool. I wasn't planning to do any of this, looking at these projects, but this feels like we should do it. Let's go to stats here on Internet Money. If you haven't downloaded this wallet, it is kind of the main wallet on Pulsechain. I guess it's Pulse Wallet as well, but this is the one. It's on App Store, Google Play, and Chrome. And of course, let's have a look at the Pulsechain volume so far. $4.25 million of swap volume so far, doing really, really well. since the 11th of November 2023. What do we got there? We got 24-hour volume 58,000. We got 7 days 900,000 there. So it is ticking away there. 30 days 3.7 million. They had some big volume going through there. Maybe that was related to Texan token, but they've definitely had a lot there. Now the other thing is that Texan token's got a buy and burn going through Internet Money Wallet too, as I understand it. So looking pretty good. 32,300 downloads, not bad at all. 18,000 through Chrome, 8,300 through Google Play, and almost 6,000 through App Store. Now remember, they've got their final audits. This is now fully commercial. It's out of beta, so you can definitely check it out and download the wallet if you want. internetmoney.io. So definitely check it out. In fact, I might post the link in the chat there if you guys want to check this out. And bam, there we go. Right, looking good is Internet Money Wallet there. Bam, bam, bam. All right. Let's jump away from there and let's get back out. So that chart looking like a boss. Looks like a supercharged Batias. And of course, this you can see the results are doing well. So hopefully onwards and upwards for this continues as well. What else we got going? That's looking pretty good. Let me see. Jump around here. We've got Plant Token from TRH is doing well, 12%, up 12% there. PLN, another on-ramp, off-ramp like Coast, is 18.67% up today. So PLN, another top blue chip getting priced as well. Probably underpriced, right? I've been saying that, and starting to get a bit of more coverage from more YouTubers as well, up to 2.4 cents there. So PLN looking really good. Remember, you can onboard with Lightning Network and other chains to get on to Pulsechain that way. So, and super fast, the fastest of everybody. It is so fast on there, PLN. So definitely check that out, Pulse LN. And we have looked at that before, but let's quickly pull it up while we're here. Pulse LN. Bam, this is the front end for Pulse LN. So app.pulseln.com, definitely looking good. If you want super fast transactions, definitely one to check out. I'll post the link as well. Now, we do have all these links in the Discord under useful links. We've got all the onboard, on-chain, cross-chain, bridges and stuff like that in the Discord. So definitely you can find them all there as well. Bam, under useful links. All right, kind of cool. What else there is looking good? Let's have a look down the list. Still going, still going. Now you can see we got more and more projects that are getting launched on Pulsechain. So this list is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But that's pretty much it at the moment, looking pretty good. I see Seed is up 15% as well. So some nice things happening there at the moment. All right, so that's pretty much it for those. Now I'm going to get into the chat again. We're going to talk about PUSD Algo, of course, which is going to be the fourth stable coin on Pulsechain. And it's a pretty big deal, right? Pretty big deal. So we're going to talk about that again. That's from Jacob's Ecosystem, who we just talked about, Pulsepot. And of course, he's doing PUSD Algo, which I'm very excited about. I really, really think it's going to have potential for doing very well indeed. Let's see who else has jumped in here. We got up to Matt. We got up to hi ladies, how you doing? Wen Moon. We got Christian in his house as well. What's good? DJ and King in the house representing. Hunter says, if we have a recession, Superman, when in the year roughly do you believe this will occur? Second half of the year. The Hunter is probably when it's going to happen. It's going to be two quarters is when we're expecting it to happen. But once again, doesn't mean that the crypto market will not do well, but it may pull back the stock market a little bit there. And of course, we have got that speculative association, so it's going to be interesting to see that play out. What else there? Dogs on the beach, the best exercise and stress reliever. Then they make me so happy, says Matt. Nice one there, Matt. What else there? Recession in reality has been here a long time, technically. Who knows when they will officially announce it, says Pumpkin. Indeed. What else we got going there? Let's jump through some of these. If you want to join Strategy Club, use Wookie's link. That's multi-chain, and we're looking at the best projects and have good discussion groups about best strategies, and we have look for awesome intel as well. Give you the advantage there, so definitely join up Strategy Club today. It's $30 a month, 35 a month, something like that. What else there? Sandy Beach says, I have some PDI. Nice one. I did buy PDI. Thanks, Hex Token. Nice one, Pumpkin now. Very, very nice move. Well done to you. Sandy Beach says, I wanted to peg to $1. Man, that would be some pretty mad gains, Sandy Beach. That'd be some pretty mad gains. What else there? QQ says it will never peg, lol. Yeah, it's a big call for it to peg, but definitely it could do pretty nice prices. Maybe for a split second, but would be a massive load of money. That's true, QQ. I agree with you on that. Richard Hart hints around to die, using it as an example of how things with no intrinsic value can have value if people say so. Absolutely. Let me just jump on here. I love Patias. It's the best, says Pumpkin Owl. Absolutely. Let me jump through some of those comments as well. J-Man says, yes, please post the link for Internet Money Wallet. Yeah. So there it is. Posted that. Bam. That's the link for that. Brian, our community leader in the house. My link to Discord is way better than Wookie's link. Just saying. There is there's Brian's link there. Nice one there. I didn't even know you had a link, Brian, but it must be the general link, although I've never seen that link before. But awesome. Is that the link I made? I don't know, but good stuff there. Join up to Discord today, $5 a month, 16 cents a day, and you get all the alpha, big community, and all the useful links and information. It's pretty amazing. All right, let's get back into it, folks. Where we're up to? We're up to PUSD Algo. Let's go. Now, PUSD Algo, of course, fourth stablecoin on Pulsechain. It's going to be algorithmic. And it's going to deal with the issues of scalability and, of course, big TVLs, potentially attracting big players to Pulsechain. It is a big deal. And, of course, it's going to be different from Terra Luna. It's going to be fully DeFi, and it's going to be using limit orders and stability miners to keep the peg. Now, PUSD is going to be the stablecoin, which is the best brand name you could possibly think of for a stablecoin, PUSD, and is Pulse USD. So, and that's going to be pegged to USDL, the liquid loans stablecoin. So it's going to benefit from all the stability measures inside that too. So it's really clever and fully DeFi. Now, it is more speculative, of course, but the potential is huge. So the capital raise will be modest. We may be looking at maybe if they can get the capital up to $1 million to get it launched. It has to reach a certain amount of capital to get launched because 75% of all the capital is going into the protocol day one. So you're not wondering where the capital goes when you sacrifice to a project. 50% is going into the liquidity pools. That's set up like 4 or 5 liquidity pools. And 25% is going into stability miner to kick it off. And it'll be operational straight away. So very exciting. We've seen the prototype PUSD stablecoin, which has just been pulled off about a week ago, do perform extremely well and make some really good fees while it was doing it too. So that's kind of cool. The other thing, of course, is that if it's going to be something I think that could really take off. Like, you're looking for killer apps. You're looking for real DeFi innovation because Pulsechain is a leader in DeFi innovation, and the devs that are in our community looking to innovate. And, of course, Jacob is one of the very best. I mean, he's in the top couple at least, and if not number one, really is incredible. And of course, the other projects I think out there that are like that are maybe like Tetra and teams like that. But really awesome there. Patias be another one that I think is pretty innovative. But at the moment we've got dashboard. Got dashboard here, which you have a summary of everything. At the moment, the amount of stability miners earn all of the sort of key metrics. You have mint there. So what people are going to have to do is they have to come and get this algo coin, which is going to be like the Luna coin, and then they can swap it to get PUSD stablecoin, right? That's pretty much how that works. There's going to be a stability miner, and basically you're going to be able to, anybody is going to be able to provide liquidity. So it's going to be able to fund liquidity in here and the different liquidity pools to help, put the limit orders together and support the stablecoin, right? But the cool thing is that people don't even have to trade through the stablecoin. They can just go and mint and redeem their algo and their PUSD directly in the platform. So that's kind of cool. And then of course with the algo, with every activity you do on the platform, there's another coin called Flex token. That's your incentive token. So no matter whatever activity you go on that, you're getting paid. All right, so you're getting a Flex token, and then if you have that Flex token, you will be able to earn a share of the fees from the V1 pool, the V3 pool. So you're going to be able to earn fees from that. Going to be pretty amazing. In addition to that, you'll also be able to earn through algo staking and PUSD staking. So there's so many ways of earning money in the stablecoin algorithmic system. It's so good. And of course, the yields will be much more modest than what Anchor had, which was like 20%. They're going to be much more modest there, maybe 8% or something like that. And the PUSD stable there, you can see it indicated here, 3.7% is kind of indicating that they're far more practical. and so bullish from that one. You'll be able to redeem, of course, your stablecoin to Algo. You'll be able to do swaps of different trades, different tokens there. You'll be able to swap as well on the platform, and you'll be able to unwrap your reward tokens, which are in a wrapped PUSD there. You'll be able to do things like that, so it's pretty cool. They have an unlocking period as well, so it sort of steps things out there that people can't get it all at once. So it's kind of neat there. So if you want to sacrifice for this, of course, you can use any of these tokens, Pulsechain, Ethereum tokens, and just sacrifice to this address at the top here, E223. And of course, there are 2 bonuses that you can get when you sacrifice. We've got 27 days left in the official sacrifice period. It has been extended another 45 days. We've only got 27 days left now. And you get 2 bonuses. So the one that you find in the video description is a 19% bonus. So you're going to win straight away. And of course, this person here did a 19% bonus. If you get to $1,000 inclusive of the referral bonus, you will get a second bonus, a really big one called Bonus X. And that is a random number between 1.01 and 2x. And of course, you can see this person did over 1,000. They ended up getting a random bonus of 1.62. They had a total sacrifice, including bonuses, of $17,756. Now, for every dollar that they have, inclusive of those bonuses, they get 20 Algo coin, 200 Flex tokens, the incentive token there, Algo, the main coin, and of course, 0.01 wrapped PUSD, which is that wrapped reward token and stable coins that you get when you got your stable coin staked. And this is what they got there. So they got 355,000 tokens for Algo, 3.5 million in Flex, and 177 wrapped PUSD. So pretty cool. Now there are other examples. Someone used a 15% referral code here. They got a 1.69 bonus X because they had over $1,000, and then they ended up with a gross amount of 9,505, and they ended up getting these tokens here. So really, you want to start off with a winning referral code. The link's in the video description. 19% referral code there. And if you do decide to do up to $1,000 inclusive, you will get a random bonus X, which is pretty powerful. Really does give you a super boost potentially on your sacrifice as well. Now, I'm excited about this. It's going to be really fun to see it play out, and we're expecting more news from Jacob around this. So that's PUSD Algo. I think a really potentially big upside, modest capital raise, potentially big commercial upside, potentially big X's. It's going to be fun to see. It's speculative though, not financial advice to your own due diligence, all that good stuff, but I think it's going to be fun to see this play out on Pulsechain. Perfect place to be, especially in a bull market, right? That is the place you want to be on. So kind of cool. At the moment, looks like we got the whoopee truck coming in. We've got the whoopee truck coming down the street here, so that's pretty hilarious. And of course, it's kind of hilarious too because it's not that sunny today. It was sunny yesterday, but not so sunny today. All right, kind of cool. Let's get into some more comments. Probably got a few more comments here. J-Man says, it's good to be back. I took a break from all the crypto, and now I'm back. I held on all my positions, sacrificed for all kinds of projects, and decided for the bull market that's going to start sometime this year, says J-Man. Nice one. And Ivor in the house as well. Yo. Good to see you, Ivor. Welcome to the chat too. All right. Have we got the Hex daily stats out? We're looking for hopefully they'll come out in time. No, there's still yesterday's stats, but we haven't talked about yesterday, so let's do it. Let's get into that. Talk about Hex payments. So Hex.com, folks, check it out. Buy Hex on Ethereum or Pulsechain. Burn it for T shares and start mining more Hex today. That's how we rock and roll. And of course, we're waiting for day 1516. Can you believe it? We do have yesterday's results. Yesterday we got 6.8 for Ethereum. That was the Hex payout per T share. We had a price, obviously lower price. The T shares, I think they were up. They were down 6.9. 6,900 T shares yesterday. And the reward pool, how many penalties did we get? We got 457 penalties, but we had some decreases in the growth numbers. I think we've just got the latest number for Ethereum. Can we get it? Oh, yeah, just as we're talking about it. So this is today's numbers, 26th of January for day 1516. We've got the price there at 8600th of a penny, up 8%, and the payout today, 6.8 Hex per T share. Pretty good. We've got a big jump in the share rate there, 91 to 31,823. Earlier pays better in Hex, of course. The average money next 7 years and a 39.32% is the APY today. T shares are up 5,900, down yesterday, of course. We're sitting at 9,573,000 T shares. Looking at the lock percentage of coins, 9.3% of Hex is locked on the old Ethereum chain. We got pretty good penalties today, almost a million, 65.5 million in the reward pool there. Growth numbers, we're actually up to 13 liquid holders on Ethereum down 3 miners. We're sitting just over 119,000 miners at the moment. That is on Ethereum. Looking to Pulsechain. Oh, we haven't got the number out yet, so that's delayed. But yesterday's number on Pulsechain was 6.8. But we're waiting for the day's number. For what's it I say? Day 259. So this is day 256. We're waiting for 258. How did I get down from 59 to 56? Day 258. But we're waiting for day 259. And of course, there we are. It'll probably come out after this live stream, which is just the way it goes. You know, we'll try and cover it our best as we can. All right. So if you haven't joined our Discord, the Discord link is in the video description and in the chats here. $5 a month for Pulsechain Hex Discord. It is the best place to be. And of course, we have amazing chats in there, make some good online friends as well. And we have all the information around Pulsechain Hex you could possibly imagine, including cool ecosystem charts, all the links to on-ramping and off-ramping. We have a crypto helpline, which we're the only ones, as I'm aware, that have it, and particularly that people actually answer you. So it's kind of cool there as well. And I'm in there regularly also. We also have a strategy room as well, which is a secret club there, strategy club, and we cover all cool projects on multiple chains. Great place to be there. That's $35 a month. And that is awesome. So get into that as well. If you do get Strategy Club, you also get Discord membership. So think about that too. So implicitly, therefore it's about $30 a month if you include the Discord membership as well. All right, get into it, folks. Woohoo! Rock on. That brings us into the final wrap up here. We're 56 minutes on the hour. Man, I'm doing so good these days. It's just because we're waiting for all those projects to launch. Remember, we've got Tetra's going to be launching lots of projects. Power City is going to be launching lots of projects. Magic Carpet Ride's launching lots of projects. Jacob's Ecosystem's launching lots of projects. Win-Win's launching lots of projects. We've got so many projects coming to Pulsechain. It's going to be awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Mr. Whippy. Woo! Yeah, I'm going to miss Mr. Whippy because I'm here live streaming. But otherwise, I'd probably run out there. They're expensive now, though. Man, oh man, it's been a long time since I got a Mr. Whippy. I went out there the other day to try and get a Mr. Whippy ice cream. All the kids were out there, man. It was just crazy. It was like a summer day. All the kids were out. And man, I was just like, oh, I'm not waiting for this, man. this is a mince meister. Anyway, all the kids were having fun. And I'm sure they enjoyed paying for those expensive ice creams. Well, they didn't have to pay for it, did they? Their parents did. I'm sure their parents thought it was a good idea running outside, and then they realized how expensive. Can't believe how expensive they are. Anyway, sometimes good times are worth the price, right? So good times are worth the price, and that's all that matters. So there we go. Mr. Whippy, yeah, it's an ice cream truck, Sandy Beach. It's an ice cream truck we have down here. Has a siren thing, has this jingle that it plays. So yeah, there we go. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream, man. We covered all the markets today. And yeah, Pulsechain, good times ahead. Just like that late 70s show. Man, we've got a good time ahead. That's for sure. I'm getting excited. I hope you are too. Let's play out some good stuff here on the I was going to say something that was funny, but I'll leave that out. All right, let me just play this one. I'm going to play this video on the way out. All right, enjoy. Peace out, everybody. Take care. Good times ahead for Pulsechain and for Hex. Check it out. Get into a Discord. It's always a pleasure. Hope you guys are enjoying the journey. Bull market's just ramping up, and it's going to have up and downs, but man, it's going to be so good. We've got so much coming this year. It's going to be excellence. Excellence. I just made a new word. It's going to be excellence. All right, take care, all. Peace out. Bye for now.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.